think that this year I am just proving to myself that being impressive is not everything, and it's more freeing to just let myself be human. Good morning. So far this year, 2025, I have been thinking a lot about myself, how I operate, my qualities, my quirks, my faults. Sometimes diving into why those things are. Obviously, like, if you've ever done any sort of therapy or even something similar to what I'm doing, thought deeply about yourself, you would know that a lot of these issues usually stem from your childhood. One of the things that I have noticed about myself is my desire to seem impressive. There's one thing to be impressive. There's another thing to seem impressive. I think I was worried more about the latter. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I would fake anything impressive just to, let the public or let my friends see me as such, but I think it's a heart posture for me that made the difference. For me personally, it comes back to an issue of a desire to feel capable, a need to be independent, a need to be strong and feel like I have everything handled, be in control a little bit. But for most of my adult life, and I noticed it got really out of hand in 2024, was I just wanted people to look at me and be like, wow, that guy's impressive. And it got a lot stronger in 2024 because of this YouTube channel, actually. My earlier videos, I was doing a sort of Sam Sulek-esque posting schedule where every time I would lift, I would vlog it and post it. And then I got into running, and my channel became look at how intense my split is. I was training for a race and training to get stronger at the same time. Took hold of the hybrid athlete identity, I suppose. And I didn't really notice that that's what I was doing. I thought I was motivating others, and maybe I was. There are a couple accounts of people that reached out to me that, they got motivated by my videos, and that's what kept me going. I felt like I was doing a good thing, but in my heart, I knew, or I didn't know until later, but in my heart, I was just trying to impress people and gain an audience that way. And it wasn't so much about who I was, what my story was, what my personality is. It was more about how far I could run and how heavy I could lift in the same week. So I have spent about a month or so thinking pretty deeply about that. And when I realize something like that, I spend a lot of mental energy trying to shut it down. and break the habit of trying to feel impressive. So I have done that so far in 2025, and I've made a lot of gains in that area. For example, whenever I do challenges or something like that, I have usually in the past been very devoted, dedicated, habitual with it, and very in a very intense way. In 2024, I was training for a couple half marathons, and my main motivation was not to challenge myself. It was to not embarrass myself, if that makes sense. And that is just a dangerous motivation. I think it's unhealthy. This year in 2025, I have started the year off doing 75 hard. I'm still doing it. It's February 4th right now, so however many days that is, 30 something. And I could tell that my heart posture is changing. To the point where I almost want to fail 75 hard on purpose, just so that I could do the discipline of telling people I failed something, which is like one of my biggest fears, I think. But I have yet to make that decision. I'm still doing it. My posture is less intense than I think it has been in the past with stuff like this. I think that this year I am just proving to myself that being impressive is not everything, and it's more freeing to just let myself be human and let myself fail at things and not have to be this like ultra athlete or this stoic personality. Because who cares if I complete 75 hard? You know? Who cares about that? Especially if it's affecting my relationships and stuff. I made a rule very early on that if me doing 75 hard affected a relationship, that I would just quote unquote fail and start again tomorrow. Not start over, but like repeat the day, if that makes sense. So like if somebody baked me something, part of 75 hard is you can't have like dessert or sweets at all or junk food. But if somebody baked me something, I think I made the rule that I would eat it, because it is more important to me to maintain that relationship than it is to progress in 75 hard. My church did a 21 days of prayer and fasting, and I was fasting lunches. And in the middle of that, somebody brought me leftovers from the night before that they made, and they wanted me to try it. So I did. I think that what I'm trying to say is I'm trying not to take myself so seriously anymore. Because I am human. And small and unimpressive in the grand scheme of things. And really where I am trying to be impressive is futile. It has no lasting impact. Ooh, I was an average athlete with a full-time job. So cool. how is that doing the Lord's work? How is that expanding the kingdom? If it's not, why am I putting so much energy into it? I think I'm just changing my priorities, is all this is. So if you find yourself struggling with maybe the same thing or something similar, especially if you're a Christian, ask yourself how beneficial it actually is in the grand scheme of things. Ask yourself how it's expanding the kingdom of God. You just have a conversation with the Lord about it. Okay, toodaloo.